The white-robed figure with AQ indifferently turned his gaze coldly towards Xiao Yan, although the boy managed to get some very important information related to his, but too bad. After saying that, strands of white flame slowly spread from his body. The crushing temperature gradually covered the place. The white heavenly flame he had formed instantly turned into a long spear and directly led to the Xiao Yan group, was fired at full speed. That power? Contain destructive energy that can damage the entire point, one's vitals, Xiao Yan said. Don't give up any defenses. Just treat it as if the attack isn't real. If we believe in it, then we would all die. Thunderous clashes echoing with the wind blowing. Throw all of Xiao Yan's friends. And sure enough, when the destructive power was about to touch their bodies, suddenly, the nightmare illusion was instantly destroyed. The white-robed man's expression was struck with shock. Not playing, he then said, "Boy, how do you know about this? How could you break the seal of his nightmares?" Xiao Yan then pressed her finger. Blood symbol shot towards the front. The whole ocean, an illusion created by the white-robed man, destroyed without a trace remaining. Even some Kelankun, including Kalankun, was also freed. A class of Soul Palace leaders felt very astonished. Even with his power level, he still had time, difficulty to escape the illusion that was created by the heavenly fire of purification of the devil. For now, Xiao Yan didn't care about it, because more and more people, you'll be more helpful. The enemy that must be resolved is another existence. The fire lotus purification of the devil in front of them. The physical form of a man in white robes. It seems even more real. He floats above the sea of magma. And it was an original sighting from the actual demonic flames in another form. Hun Miseng, who witnessed it, also felt very amazed. With the fog ability, sacred nightmare created by that figure. Unexpected. She has mastered it to this stage. On the other side, Clanio member Yao Wangui also said, "This demonic flame becomes stranger than what we see. Before we shouldn't let it continue to roam freely. If allowed to escape, then the Central Plains will suffer a terrible disaster." The man in the white robe standing on the magma pillar then turned his gaze towards Xiao Yan. The view seemed to be locked on him, while asking, "Why can you break the illusion of heaven, my nightmares?" Xiao Yan spread her arms and only answered a few words. That he's just a little lucky. Because some of the words thrown by Xiao Yan make the whole team, ancient that resides there, was completely stunned. Turns out, young man, that is what has broken the illusion of the fire lotus, purification of the devil. Hazwan, who was close to him, could only laugh proudly. Xiao Yan's brother is indeed very skilled. It seems that all of us who are here already owed you a favor. The white-robed man then looked at Xiao Yan. With the cold, the reason made by the boy literally makes no sense. Wouldn't if illusion paradise, the nightmare he created, will be a joke if the answer is just one word. It is a fortune. He then asserted with a sense of overflowing emotion. Boy, I will. Made you explain to me. How can you break it? Once you become a slave to my fire, even though you've all escaped the illusion I created. But the results, the end will still be the same. After saying that, the special room was suddenly closed. Cover all escape routes and human distance, which is underneath. The technique is one of the deadly techniques, which will purify one's soul. A prison of fire that twists down, cluster of fire curtains lowered from above. Obviously what it does is one way to purify one's body. Sochin, who was there, also wrinkled his face. The power of the demonic flames is terrifying, if my guess is not wrong. Chances are he's already on par with a 5-star, top lecturer added. With his devil flame's unique ability, even able to finish off the 6th-star Doseng realm. None of us can surpass him in terms of strength. Everyone's expressions were struck with shock. Even the leader of the Soul Hall looked at him. A very serious thing. 5-star peak. It is an existence that dominates Central Plains. When the curtain of fire that forms the cube spreads all over, spot point, experts nearby, suddenly exploded for no definite reason, even though the attack hasn't been released at all. Everyone was struck with shock. They stared at each other with extreme confusion. But judging from what he does, Lotus Fire Purification Demon is using someone's emotions as a source to burn his own body. That's why maybe the only solution is to avoid unnecessary thoughts, and the most important thing is to control them. The man in the white robe then laughed, saying, "The ones I destroyed don't have the qualifications anymore to be my fire slave. Those under the realm of lecturers have exploded with the flames, the monstrous methods it uses. Obviously everyone who was there, so freaking. On the other side, the worry they feel is growing when 10 fire armor figures appeared beside him by carrying the Doseng Elite Realm base." The white-robed man then confirmed, "There are many who consider themselves too great until you dare to break into when I break the seal. But unfortunately, they all ended up, became a slave to my fire. This time, the profit destined for me will be much bigger again, thanks to your arrival." Miseng, who stared at the terrifying line, can obviously feel the 10 figures of fire slaves who were beside him. Some are even in the realm of 3-star dosing. That's why he then gave a call to all members of the clan. Ancient, although it is indeed a little heavy, but mist of all the grudges that exist between you. This time we have to throw it out first. We have to work together, if you want to survive, to defeat another figure of Fire Lotus. The purification of the devil. Decide quickly. Of course, if any of you have absolute faith to finish him off, then I can guarantee we'll not interfere in it. Woyo Clanian start to wrinkle face. But the situation is really very urgent. Despite the reputation of the Soul Palace, it is very bad and has spread far across the world. But what he said was not a joke, and instead went in Devil Fire Chain sense. Wouldn't intend to let go anyone who has fallen into his trap. Group Xiao Yan then exchanged glances with each other. It is true, no way out anymore. Xiao Yan then said, "We're gonna do like what their leader suggested. Therefore, we have to work together for a while." Everyone ends up agreeing to the offer, and immediately formed their own fighting schemes, for the sake of risking life and death. Before the fight started, Leader of God, Soul, then asked some experts who had reached 4-star, Doseng, to attack together. As for the slaves, the fire must be handled by other experts. Xiao Yan wrinkled her face. He then warned Xian and the elder Gunan Hai to remain cautious, because co-workers, while they are the leaders of the Soul Alia, one of the very devious factions, willing to justify all kinds of ways to achieve his ambitions. In the meantime, Shochan said to Xiao Yan that he could not join to make an assault on the Fire Lotus Purification Devil, because as soon as he approached her, then the seal that has been planted by Xiao Yan previously would have disappeared. On the other side, his body is still in control of the heavenly fire. Xiao Yan said, "Ancestor Sojin, there's no need for you to join. What you need to do now is notice some subordinate Alia Soul, including their deputy leaders, and also Hunfeng. They fear that they will make a surprise attack." Sochin said, "Now, you are the only remaining member of our clan, has the power of the bloodline. Rest assured I will do my best to protect you, your talent even, much higher than me. The clan show, we would have a chance to get back up. Through your hands, I have done too many careless acts in the past, and already brought so much trouble to members of the clan. Now heaven still gives me a chance. That's why I'll sacrifice everything I have for our clan, even though it would risk my life." Xiao Yan cupped her hands towards Sojin, so that the total there are 7 people who will work together to face the Fire Lotus Devil. The line brought this time was indeed quite scary, and the possibility have a very high chance of to face and defeat the heavenly fire. When the 7 people stepped towards the front, the white-robed man standing on Tomb Pillar smiled with satisfaction. What a sight that is sorely missed. After saying that, he then clenches the air in his hand, forming a whirlpool of long fire spears shooting out from under the magma. The weapon is called the Fire Demon Spear. While saying, "I've been sealed for thousands of years, and today, anyone who stands in my way will die." The sound of submerged screams broke, destroyers hurling attacks simultaneously. The sound of an explosion echoed in the ceiling of the magma sea. Sparks of energy storms clashing against each other. Seventh member. 4-star Doseng then bounced backwards and ended, pretty overwhelmed. Consequences. An attack launched by the Devil's purifying fire. The heavenly fire gets an edge in terms of terrain. Territory that he stepped on to do the fight. Increased its strength many times over. Even the Hun. Myson also wrinkled his face. He then said, to the 6 people who were beside him, that everything, don't hold back your power if not, we're not gonna get a chance to paralyze him.